Hey everyone, so I was not a fan of the first Sonic movie. It wasn't anything terrible, but it just left me feeling unimpressed as a film. It was just your typical animation live-action hybrid movie about a CGI character being in a live-action mode and having wacky shenanigans happen. And it's not like that kind of a movie couldn't be any good, but I don't know. The first Sonic movie just felt like it didn't do anything creative or original, and the only aspect of it that was entertaining in the slightest was Jim Carrey's performance, and the CGI did look pretty good. Personally, I think I was a bit too held back and defensive with my criticisms of the first movie and the review of it I made. But make no mistake, after rewatching the first movie for the review, I was not excited for the second movie. But some of what we saw in the trailers for it did begin to raise my expectations a bit. At least enough to want to review the second movie when it comes out. And in anticipation for it, I recorded a segment asking my friend SMG29 what he's excited for about the movie.
Well, Sonic 2 was pretty good. I could actually already imagine how the Eggman and Sonic are gonna fight. Man, I love it. What do you think, Cartoon Post?
Since I have not yet seen the movie, I've seen clips of the giant robot Eggman, which looks pretty cool, so...
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, I'm excited for that part. Anything else you're excited for?
Well, if I could actually go to the movie theater, I want to have popcorn. Probably get like a large size.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Well, I just watched Sonic 2, and I actually liked it. I was honestly expecting to have an unpopular opinion about the movie, like Ellis Mark did, but no, in my opinion, it's a good movie. So, I wrote a bunch of notes while watching the movie, and I'll basically be going over what I thought about Sonic 2 while I was watching it, and I'll say some additional stuff after having finished watching it. The movie opens with a scene of Dr. Eggman stuck on the Mushroom Planet. Knuckles has a sick introduction. Dr. Eggman ends up leaving the Mushroom Planet in an entertaining escape scene. The scene that reintroduces us to Sonic is really entertaining and looks good visually, where he's trying to be a hero and stop crime. I like the shots of Green Hills. I think they look pretty nice. I liked Sonic saying he misses Donkra at the start of the film, and I am intrigued by where they'll go with that element of the story inside of his character. I liked the line Sonic said to Tom near the beginning of the movie, "You're supposed to be my friend, stop trying to be my dad." You know, Sonic making pop culture references doesn't make me laugh. It just falls flat and feels kinda desperate to be funny. So far though, 15 minutes in, there seems to be a lot more funny jokes than I remember there being even in the entire first Sonic movie. The movie, so far, isn't hilarious though, and so far, some of the bad elements of the first movie seem to still be present, but nowhere near the same extent. Post-middle of the movie thoughts. Something about the way some of the scenes are shot reminds me of data commercials. I suspect an excessive use of green screens.
Plus, our extended range LTE goes twice as far and is 4 times better in buildings than before. And T-Mobile is America's fastest 4G LTE network. Switch today.
I noticed, funny enough, some of what the characters say in the movie to each other sounds like video game dialogue. That isn't necessarily a criticism though, it's kinda funny, and I think it might be intentional. Tails' introduction to Sonic got a chuckle out of me.
Everyone calls me Tails. You're probably wondering why.
Let me guess. Because of the extra tail?
That's right!
Knuckles thinks Sonic is the key to finding the Master Emerald. I also laughed at Dr. Eggman's assistant from the first movie missing Dr. Eggman and seeing his face in a cup of coffee. It's just so absurd and cartoony. How couldn't I find that funny? Flossing was the one thing from the first movie that didn't need to make an appearance in Sonic 2. Sonic finds out that it is now his duty to protect the Master Emerald. Dr. Eggman wants that emerald. When Sonic and Tails have to face off against that tough-looking guy at a restaurant about halfway into the movie, I thought it was going to be a wrestling match, but then I laughed when I realized it was actually a dance-off. That was kinda funny. Surprisingly, halfway into this movie, I was still enjoying Sonic 2 a lot more than I enjoyed the first movie. Something I really like about this movie is how as you watch it, you see the building of Tails and Sonic's friendship. I really liked the action scene where Sonic and Tails are on a snowy mountain trying to escape from Dr. Eggman and Knuckles when they show up after Sonic and Tails found a compass to the Master Emerald. A lot of them still don't land, but as a whole, the majority of the jokes Sonic makes are funny, which is a huge improvement over how he was in the first movie. He just wasn't funny in the first movie. I don't think Sonic made me laugh even once in the first movie. The scene where Tom saved Sonic and Tails from the snow avalanche while at a wedding was pretty intense. I don't typically like meme references in movies, but Dr. Eggman saying, "Work smarter, not harder," made me chuckle. It was one of those types of references that you could still get that there was a joke there, even if you didn't actually understand the reference, which, let's be real, real. In like 10-15 years from now, that's gonna be the case. After teaming up with Knuckles to find the Master Emerald, Dr. Eggman betrays Knuckles and gets his Christmas-hating hands on the Master Emerald. Knuckles is about to drown, but Sonic saves him, despite them being enemies. And Sonic tells Knuckles he doesn't have to be alone anymore, and they shake hands. I really like this scene. It shows how caring and heroic Sonic is. The final battle with Dr. Eggman being in a giant robot and Sonic becoming super powerful was really big and climactic. The ending was nice too. When I watched the first Sonic movie, I gave it a 7 out of 10, but now I use a 1 to 5 rating system for reviews. So I did the math, and a 7 out of 10 would be a 3.5 out of 5 for the first movie. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I think I was a bit too forgiving of the first movie, so I think now if I were to review it, I would give it a 3 out of 5. On the other hand, I was not expecting to like it so much, but I give Sonic 2 a 4 out of 5. It ain't a perfect movie, not even close, but it's still pretty dang good, and you know what? I'd recommend it. After watching the first Sonic movie, I was not excited for the sequel, but after watching the second movie, I'm excited for Sonic 3 and whatever else they do with the Sonic film franchise. Hopefully this video will age well and Sonic 3 won't suck.